Yes, Dr. Kiran Kumar sir has also joined.
Want to make him co-host?
All the dignitaries who would be talking, I thought we can make them the co-host.
Okay.
Or we can handle it like that also, not an issue. I can do that. It would be better if they are given the co-host access during the panel discussion. It will be easier for them to
Yeah.
talk.
Hi, Shweti.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Devdasan sir.
Hi, Shravan.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
I guess we can.
Good evening,
give the
Devdasan
co-host
sir.
access to.
Good evening. Good evening.
I guess we can give co-host access to Ramdas sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good evening, Ram.
Hey, Rashmi, how are you?
I'm good. What about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, Rashmi. I hope
Nice.
you're not stalking me.
Yeah, 1 year with you, so one more year. I don't mind.
Good evening, everybody. Good
evening, sir.
Oh, the principal has arrived.
Yes.
I'm wearing people of action waist, Ram.
Oh, wow. You got to stand up so we can see you.
Good evening, sir.
Lovely.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ram.
Hi, Kiran.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good evening, Kiran.
Hi,
Kiran,
good evening,
how are
sir.
you?
We are joined by PDG Sunil Zakaria, sir. So I guess we can give a co-host access to him too.
Who?
So welcome to you. Sunil Zakaria, sir, has joined.
Good
PDG.
evening, PDG Sunil Zakaria, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening,
Sunil ji.
sir.
Good evening, Sunil ji. Ravi Shankar.
Good evening. Good evening.
How are you,
Good evening,
District?
Rashmi.
Good evening,
So
Sunil.
from 3201, I have
I'm Rashmi
somebody.
here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello, Rashmi. Nice to always see you on Facebook.
How are you, sir?
Quite well indeed. Thank you. And
PDG
you?
Sunil,
Yeah.
we finally meet in person. Sort of. This is Ram. Hi.
I can't identify. Who's speaking, please?
This is Ramdas. I've been.
Ramdas. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, yes. Ram. Nice
Good
to meet
evening.
you,
Good
Ram.
evening, PDG Madhura. Good evening, PDG Shrikant.
Oh, wow.
Welcome, Madhura and Srikant.
Thank you.
Good evening, Sunil ji.
Hello.
Sunil ji, namaste. Ramchandra Gowda from Kolar.
Bhubaneswar.
Sunil ji, Ramchandra Gowda from Kolar.
Hello,
Good
Ram.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ramchandra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Namaskar, sir. Namaste.
Correct.
Namaste.
Good evening, Gaudre.
Namaskar, Anna. Namaste, Rajendra.
How are you? Good evening.
Fine, sir.
Rajendra.
Fine.
Good evening,
Good evening,
Road
PDG
Tractor.
Rajendra.
Yes.
Right.
Tractor right.
Right. Who is that? Oh, Lieutenant Governor, how are you? Hi, Ramdas Saab.
Namaste.
Good evening,
Elrigu namaskara.
Namaste, Surya. Namaskar, Anna. Namaste, Flight Lieutenant KP, sir.
Namaskara, sir. Good evening, sir. Sunil, sir. Good evening. Welcome
Good
to
evening.
Namaskara.
Good evening,
Good evening, Nagesha. Good evening, Suresh Hadiore.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Suresh, sir.
Good evening, Miracle Maker Rashmi.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
ಏನಪ್ಪ ಕಿರಣ ಓ ಕಿರಣ
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ENJಗೆ.
ಏನಪ್ಪ ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಸರಿಲ್ವಾ
ಎಂಗಾನಪ್ಪ.
ನಾನು COL ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ
ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಯಂಗ is
Hello, COL.
Hi,
Best
Suresh.
word,
Hi, Nagesh.
different.
best word is
ಏನಪ್ಪ
rascal.
ನೀನು ಯಮ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ENG ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ರೀ.
IPDG ಬಂದ್ರಪ್ಪ.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ.
ಹಾಯ್ ಹರಿ.
ಹಾಯ್ ಶಿವು, ಬಿಲಿ.
Hi, Governor Samir Seth.
Samir Seth
ಬಾಂಬೆ ಕಾಲು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ.
Hi, Samir.
Khanna sahab, good evening.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಸಮೀರ್ ಸರ್, ನಮಸ್ತೆ.
ಗೌಡ್ರೆ, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ.
Good evening, Shamir.
Hi, Rashmi.
Good evening, Radha. TMR.
Samir, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. ಸಮೀರ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್.
ಶಿವಣ್ಣ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Yug Kumar.
PDG ರಾಯ್ ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್.
Yugunan.
ಹಾಗೆ ಸರ್ ಏನ್ ನಮ್ ತಂದ್ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ.
ಚೆಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಲಿಂಕ್.
ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಭಾಷಣ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ದು. I had to speak ಟಕ್ ಅಂತ they threw me out. I said okay sir, I'll come to the next meeting.
ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಜಾನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ
ಝೂಮ್ ಬರಾಬರ್ ಝೂಮ್ ಇದು ಸಕ್ಕರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಈಗ. ಝೂಮ್ ಬರಾಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ
ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಕೇಳಿದೆ.
ಜಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್.
Seriously.
No, actually, I have a friend of mine who has got 4 Zoom meeting at a time. I said, how do you manage? He said, 4 कंप्यूटर को साथ में बैठ के करता हूँ और अभी क्या करने का है?
जरूरत नहीं है. You log in, mute yourself, put your picture and exit. They will keep on calling you. Don't worry. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ BR ಶ್ರೀಧರ್,
ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಜನರಲ್.
ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜಾಕ್ ಬಂದ್ರ? ರಾಮ್
ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್.
ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕೆಡಿ ಮಠ್.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
PDG Suresh, if you don't call me rascal, then ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ.
I will call. ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. If that you are not recording tomorrow Hollywood to the court, then okay, rascal.
ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ನ nobody can stop you, sir.
No, Ramdas. He is so used to calling everyone rascal. One day he will call even the RI president as you rascal president. He is capable.
Kirana, rascal. This Kiran, I don't know how he is managing. When I was on GSC, I am wearing Kiran.
Yeah.
GSC T-shirt here.
Yes, boss.
Remember on our flight on Atlantic, my God.
Correct.
This fellow on the mid-flight suddenly see Kiran walking behind us. Me and my team were shocked. What is this fellow doing here?
It was a Lufthansa flight, if I'm correct.
Lufthansa, yes.
Yeah, Bangalore to Frankfurt, we flew together.
Frankfurt. We were transiting in Frankfurt. Kiran, what's happening here? When are you solving this COVID issue here?
17th.
Huh?
Flights are opening on 17th.
Flights are already open. Lufthansa is
No, full-fledged. Like Emirates, everyone will start. And apparently Prime Minister is going to dedicate the vaccine on 15th is as per the latest information. So
really?
Only then they're going to give it in phased manner. It's going to start with Mumbai, Delhi and the affected states. And then wherever there's too many cases there, they're going to start now quickly. But they are saying by 2021 March, every Indian would have taken the injection.
Wow, good.
Good evening all. Sorry to interrupt you all. We are at 6:35 and I guess it is the right time to start the event which we all are waiting for. And just to see that the protocol is maintained, other than the co-hosts, we will be muting all the other participants so that there is a proper silence.
Time ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿಯಪ್ಪ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ.
You have to be here only.
Hi, Sunil, good evening. Looking handsome, as usual.
Good evening, everybody. The proceedings is getting started. Thank you.
So once again, a warm welcome to you all. I'm Rotractor Srinidhi SU, and I'll be the master of ceremony of today's event. I bring a quote from the founder of Rotary International, Rotarian Paul Harris. Rotarians are very much more favorably disposed towards action than they are towards words, he said. And very aptly, today's event, People of Action, we are having a seminar or a session on a very interactive session, I would say, and trying to learn more about what could be done through the People of Action. Dearest Rotarians, Protractors, and friends, I am proud to lend you all a warm welcome to the thought-provoking district seminar on People of Action. Swami Vivekananda once said, "Service to man is service to God." I now invite Rotarian Bhagyalakshmi Nagaraj to invoke the blessings of the Almighty through an invocation song. I request Rotarian Bhagyalakshmi Nagaraj to unmute yourself.
Yes. ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ, ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ, ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು. ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಹನ ಸರ್ಪಾಲಂಕೃತನೇ ಗಜಾನನ, ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಮೂಷಿಕವಾಹನ ಸರ್ಪಾಲಂಕೃತನೇ ಗಜಾನನ, ಆದಿಪೂಜಿತ ನೀನು ವೇದ ವಂದಿತ ನೀನು, ಆದಿಪೂಜಿತ ನೀನು ವೇದ ವಂದಿತ ನೀನು, ಮೋದಕ ಪ್ರಿಯ ನೀನು ಗಣಾಧಿಪ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು. ಗಿರಿಜಾಸುತನಿಗೆ ಗರಿಕೆಯ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುವೆ, ಪರಿಹರಿಸು ಪಾಪ ಗಣಾಧಿಪ, ಗಿರಿಜಾಸುತನಿಗೆ ಗರಿಕೆಯ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುವೆ, ಪರಿಹರಿಸು ಪಾಪ ಗಣಾಧಿಪ, ರಕ್ತವರ್ಣನು ನೀನು ಲಂಬೋದರ ನೀನು, ರಕ್ತವರ್ಣನು ನೀನು ಲಂಬೋದರ ನೀನು, ರಕ್ಷಿಸಿ ಕಾಪಾಡು ಗಣನಾಯಕ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ, ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ, ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು. Thank you so much for Kadadevarmath for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. It was indeed our pleasure to listen to such a melodious rendition. We remember always Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore and his wonderfully penned quote, "I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted and behold, service was joy." I now welcome the chairman of People of Action, Rotarian Dr. S.L. Kadadevarmath sir, to give the welcome address. Sir, over to you.
Good evening to all the Sky Rockers, and welcome to the warm welcome to this seminar on the People of Action. It is. First, let me thanks to our DG Nagendra Prasad, who has given the opportunity to serve as a chairman for this People of Action. And actually, when they announced as the chairman of People of Action, I was little confused what exactly it will be. Then immediately I called Ramdas. Earlier he was holding this People of Action, and a lot of discussion with him. Again, I called our IPDZ, Dr. Samir also regarding. I asked him about this because this is a new concept in Rotary. It is. I think it started in the year Sureshari time. It is. Then I thought that I had to do something for the People Action. What exactly is the global campaign and something like that? I started thinking. Then Ramdas told me that when you are conducting a seminar, why can't you invite PDG Sunil Jakaria is a good speaker. Then immediately I called him, PDG Sunil Jakaria. Then he has agreed to come. I'm really happy for this. And People of Action, I have a 11 members committee. 11 members committee is there, and I have taken the members from all the zones, including Ramnagar, Kolar, Tumkur, and proper Bangalore. Different clubs I have taken the members, but unable to meet them physically. Normally you have to meet, but due to COVID-19, unable to meet them. Then one day I was discussing with the DZ regarding the People of Action. What are the People of Action? What are all the area of Rotary and how many of service you can highlight through the People of Action? Then I started thinking one keynote speaker. Then why can't you have one panel discussion? Our director, Dr. Radhakrishna, suggested me. We will have one panel discussion also. Then I requested our PDZ Flight Lieutenant Nagesh and PDZ Sureshari and our IPDZ Dr. Samir, then the International Service Director Kiran Kumar, and our District Secretary Ramdas. We have taken all the 5 members for the panel discussion. It is. Then at least many of the members should not be knowing what exactly it is. I myself, I was confusing what exactly the People of Action. At least through this seminar, some other discussion, let other members should know what People of Action it is. Then I started this 2 hours program. Then I was planned some in between the program, some 12 to 15 minutes, some cultural program. And on account of the Muhammad Rafi 40th death anniversary, we have one of the good singer, Kulvinder Singh, top singer in the India it is. So today he is going to sing 2 songs. And our own Rotarian from Indira Nagar, Narsim, he is also going to sing a Kishore Kumar song today. So in between after the keynote speaker, before that panel discussion. So after all this, then I requested, then he suggested me, our director Radhakrishna suggested me that why can't you have some event partners in this People of Action seminar. Then immediately I requested Dr. Srikanth, Indiranagar Club President, and Bindu Madhav from JP Nagar, and South from Srinivas. And again we involved one more, the very dynamic, our Rotaract district DRR representative, because the Rotaract is their future of our Rotary leaders. So we also involved in the event partners, one of the event partners. So all 3 have happily agreed. They have joined today. Then let me come to our dynamic DG Nagendra Prasad, the Sky Rockers. Really, he's a Sky Rocker, because within the span of 38 days, that day in the Spandana installation, he was telling 700 members already. It's inducted in the month of July 31st. It's really wonderful. It's really Sky Rocker. This is exactly the People of Action, what I'm telling it is. Because still we have another 10.5 months we have. So I think we can do a lot of membership development, some other also it is. I feel happy to welcome our DG Nagendra Prasad on behalf of our vocational service team and our People of Action committee. DG Nagendra Prasad, Srinidhi, DZ is there?
Yes,
Nagendra
sir.
Prasad?
Yes, sir. Sir is there.
Can you give a spotlight to him?
Yes, done, sir.
Because I can't see you. Sir, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. I and our Secretary General Srinivas.
Yes, sir, Secretary General. Yes, I am going to welcome because along with all the Nadu Secretary.
Yeah, and our District Secretary Girish Shetty is also here.
Yes, sir. So you are there in the office. After the Bansankari installation, you are there only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just finished and.
Okay, once again, I feel happy to welcome sir on behalf of the People of Action Committee and the Vocational Service. And our Secretary General Srinivas Murthy is there. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And I would like to extend a special welcome to our PDG Sunil Jakaria. Very warm welcome to you, sir, on behalf of 3190, on behalf of the People of Action Committee and as well as the Vocational Service Department it is. Once again, I welcome you, sir.
Good evening, Sunil ji. So, good evening, Sunil ji.
Thank you. Thank you.
And our Lieutenant Governor, Frank and Satish. I welcome you, sir, both Frank and as well as Satish. And all the assistant governors and all the district secretaries. And for this Zoom, who helped me? Girish is there, I think, secretary. He helped me a lot in this. Whenever I call him, he too encouraged me a lot about this. You do this, you do something like that. Because I have a lot of plans. Still, the 4-5 programs I have already arranged. I discussed with the DG also. Because I have a plan 3 days international conference also. So I welcome all the assistant governors, all the district secretaries.
Right.
And very important is our main heroes are presidents. All the club president and secretaries, director of vocational service, and all the members of the Rotary. And I welcome Rajendra Rai PDG, Srikant Chhatrapati PDG. I have seen only 2 PDG are here and one more PDG already in our panel discussion, Suresh Sari and Dr. Samir, Kiran Kumar and our District Secretary Ramdas. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of our People of Action Committee as well as our Vocational Service. I also welcome our event partners, JP Nagar President Midhu Madhav, Indira Nagar President Dr. Srikant, JP Nagar President Srinivas, and our DRR Rajvanshi. Now I am just prepared one of the video clippings. Some of the people of action cities in our 3190, out of 3190, out of country. Overall, it is I have a one. Can I say one jhalak it is? Because many of the clubs, a lot of in the 3190, they have done work. Kamdenu, one of the example, it is high grounds. They are very popular project. It is Grama Lakshmi, Yalanka it is. And Tapasana, Basvesar Nagar, they are doing a wonderful job it is. And again, the very one more important is the since the 23-24 years they are doing the Protopenia artificial limb it is. They are also doing is one of the best it is. And Karunasraya and heart surgery Indira Nagar is taking. So if you take the Rotary West, so they are doing about the dialysis and some other lot of literacy work it is. And if you take the teach machine also, our Guru Nagesh and his team, they have done a wonderful job last year. This year also we have started doing. And overall still all the 5,000 plus, now I think it's 6,000 plus Rotarians. All are people of actions, but it's very due to some shortage of time. It is because my director has told me you have to finish as early as possible. Still keynote speaker is there, panel discussion is there, and entertainment program and press and speech, a lot of will be there. And you finish it early, but I have a small video, but I will not cover some other leading clubs also it is. But in the future days, you may be having a physically ICJ, I think in the month of September, you have to definitely I'm going to present one and a half for the PPT presentation for the people of action for all the clubs. Now I will move to the video which I have prepared for the people of action.
So please welcome Ashok Bajwa from District 3261 from Orissa.
Oh, welcome you, sir. 3206.
3261.
3261. Sorry. Because I didn't see here.
We have in our midst DGN 3220 Sri Lanka, Madam Pubidu.
Welcome, madam. And our, I think I welcome once again. I welcome our flight lieutenant, district trader Nagesh. You are the world-class governor. I welcome you, sir, because you are the district trader. He encouraged me a lot in this people of actions when I called him. You are doing a wonderful job, nice initiative for the people action. He has told me. Once again, I welcome you, PDG Nagesh. So now I will.
Sorry to intervene, Chairman. Can we move forward?
Yeah. I will go to the video. It is.
Video is being presented by you, sir.
Yes.
Sorry, your voice is not audible. Dr. SLK, sir?
It is going.
Yes, sir.
1 minute.
Yes. Meanwhile, I also take the privilege of welcoming PDG Madhura Chakrabarti.
Okay. Sorry, Madhura. I didn't see this. Madhura Chakrabarti.
Do not steal, do not kill, do not speak a lie, do not bandy with anyone, do not feel
sorry to interrupt you, but the screen is not seen.
praise, do not humiliate anyone. This is with purity, is your outward purity. This is the way to win the Lord called the Sangama. These 7 commandments given by Basa.
SLK, sir, can you please retry sharing the screen once? We couldn't see the video.
Do not steal, do not kill, do not speak a lie, do not be angry with anyone, do not feel disgust for others, do not indulge in self-praise, do not humiliate anyone. This is your inward purity, this is your outward purity. This is the way to win the Lord called the Sangama. These 7 commandments given by Basavanna are globally applicable to humankind.
My name's Lewis and I'm 22 years old. My disability is cerebral palsy, which affects my mobility considerably. As you can see, I'm in a wheelchair. When my grandma passed away, and I wanted to do something to thank the hospice which looked after her when she was poorly. So I thought I'd do the walk, and I've raised about £1,480 over the years. As a thank you gesture, I was offered to go to the Calvert Trust, and the Rotary kindly sponsored me to go there, and I had a fantastic time. Up to going to the Calvert Trust, I was a bit down and everything, a bit fed up, but after that, Rotary has given me that experience, a magical experience, and it'll be one of my fondest memories of that. I'll learn a lot from it, and I'll remember it for a long time. Church and also Quithel Rotary Club, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. My heart goes out to you.
As members of Rotary, we are people of action, and our actions have the power to speak loud and clear. Our vision and commitment to finding solutions keeps us connected to those who need it most, changing lives and creating opportunities with our groundbreaking work in education and literacy. There are more kids enrolled in school now than at any other point in human history. We believe education has the power to lift families up, make real change, modify behavior, create healthy habits, and open minds. Learn how you can support the cause that means the most to you.
To Rotarians from around the world, thank you for inspiring us and helping make incredible progress against polio. So many of you have been part of fundraising and vaccination efforts and called on your leaders to stay vigilant against this virus. Because of that, we're now on the verge of eradicating a human disease for the second time in history. The Gates Foundation's long-standing partnership with Rotary has been vital to fighting polio. We need to keep that up.
Rotary Bangalore Pinia's signature project is the annual Mega Jaipur Limb Camp, running into its 21st year. We provide different processes absolutely free of cost to stand on their own feet.
ಹಾಕ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗ್ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಥರನೇ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಈಗ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಆಟ ಆಡೋದು ನೋಡಿ ನನಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಕಾಲಿಲ್ಲದೆ ನಡೀತಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕೊರತೆ ಆಗೋಗಿತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೊಸ ಜೀವನ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ.
In a week-long camp, we support over 2,500 beneficiaries every year.
जी, मेरा नाम रोटेरियन सुनील तेलकर है। मैं रोटरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट 190 का असिस्टेंट गवर्नर हूँ जी, और इस पर्टिकुलर राइड का चेयरमैन हूँ
जी। तो इसका क्या विजन और मिशन है जो आप ये 2020 का ये राइड कर रहे हैं आप?
तो रोटरी इंडिया लिटरेसी मिशन जो है हमारा एक विभाग है जो मतलब लिटरेसी के ऊपर काफ़ी ज़्यादा अच्छा काम कर रहा है। उसमें एक प्रोजेक्ट है आशा किरण जी। ये आशा किरण जो प्रोजेक्ट है वो ऐसे बच्चों के लिए है जो आज तक कभी स्कूल जा नहीं पाए।
This is a fellowship group of cycling Rotarians. And we have Sridhar, who has taken over as the president. Sridhar,
hi Rajesh.
Can you just talk about this program? What are you doing now?
This is our first ride. We'll be having a lot of rides. Every month we go for a ride actually, second week or third week.
Yeah.
And today we are going to 40 kilometers, and we are also distributing notebooks.
My name's Becky Bird and I am part of the Frome Town Rotary. We're a relatively new club, so I'll be our third president. Harry's Hydro is a charity that we've known about for a long time, and rather than putting financial support in, what they came to us and asked for is just some practical help.
The brand of Rotary is very powerful,
which allows me as a working person to still commit but also not feel as though I'm missing out when I'm working away. So my message would be to anybody, well, if you have the opportunity to join Rotary, then try it and see what happens.
President of Rotary Whitefield, Mr. Manoj Kabre. Very good morning to you, Manoj.
Good morning, Prithvi. Good morning.
How are you associated with this e-waste drive?
Right. We are Rotary. We are people of action.
Correct.
And usually
by the way, you must know that I am an honorary Rotarian myself.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jeevan Bhimanagar, yeah.
So, yeah, we usually try to associate with various brands, and Inside, that is run by Manvel and another team, is one such brand whom we have associated with.
Right.
To ensure that we engage with some useful and needy community service.
And socially impactful services, yes. Totally.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, around the world, as you know, Rotary brings leaders together to build new friendship, to solve problems. So here is one problem related to e-waste, which is really bothering all of us, that we have tried to address and solve collectively.
Rotary Indiranagar and Indian Cancer Society got together to form the trust, Bangalore Hospice Trust. The Rotary Club applied for the Health Hunger Humanity Grant from the Rotary Foundation, and we were able to get 65 lakhs from the Rotary Foundation, which helped us to equip this building. The main object of the Bangalore Hospice Trust is to provide palliative care for patients who have advanced cancer, and therefore we take in patients with advanced cancer who are referred by other hospitals or who come to us with the doctor's reports. We also have counselors on the team who look after the patients.
While in India, we sometimes rejoice that we have the world-class hospitals, but most of them are out of reach of the 90% of the population. We have also joined hands with Rotary Bangalore Indiranagar for the last about 6-7 years, and we have covered over 1,200 heart surgeries out of total 5,600 heart surgeries done by Needy Heart Foundation.
National goal is to have a skill set for all the youngsters, and Rotary Indiranagar understood few years back, and about 3 years back we partnered with Rotary Indiranagar and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in establishing this skill center, where we are imparting knowledge on computer science, wherein even senior citizens are being trained.
Rotary Bangalore Indiranagar has been associated with this lovely village here, Sonhalipura in Hoskote Taluk, for the past few years. The projects that we've been involved with here have been a low-cost sanitary napkin manufacturing unit.
Rotary International दुनिया की सबसे पुरानी समाज सेवी संस्थाओं में से एक है। 115 साल हो गए हैं इसे और 200 से ज्यादा देशों में है। भारत में इसी साल पूरे 100 साल हुए हैं रोटरी को। तो अब 100वें साल के अंदर में हमारा एक ये ध्येय है कि Rotary will play a role in the nation building, working hand in hand with the government.
रोटरी क्लब ऑफ बॉम्बे इस देश के पूरे रोटरी मूवमेंट के कई ब्रांचेस में से एक है और इनका मोटो हमेशा से रहा है फेलोशिप थ्रू सर्विस। ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सदियों से एजुकेशन, नेत्रदान, रक्तदान, पोलियो, डायबिटीज, वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग, सोलर पावर जैसे प्रॉब्लम्स और सॉल्यूशन में इंपॉर्टेंट रोल निभाते आ रही हैं। और ऐसे वर्ल्ड फेमस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की सक्सेस की वजह है इनके मेंबर्स सब अलग अलग फील्ड के, पर सबका एक ही एम है, एक ही मकसद है, सोशल सर्विस।
रोटरी इंडिया,
रोटरी के ई-लर्निंग से
रोटरी को डोनेट, रोटरी ने उनके एजुकेशन रुकने नहीं दी।
Even during these times of COVID-19, Rotary has risen to the occasion and not only contributed 105 crores to PM Cares Fund, but have done grassroots level work to the value of 90 crores, taking the total to nearly 200 crore rupees. I compliment Rotary for their healthcare initiatives and wish them the very best as they continue to serve mankind with utmost dedication and sincerity.
Everybody who's involved with the Rotary District, the Rotary Club, for organizing, and most of all actually, more than them also, I want to thank all of you who participated in the charity, which is for an amazingly beautiful cause, which is pediatric surgeries, heart surgeries for little children at the Kokila Ben Hospital. And I think more than even for the children whose lives you've saved and made it better, I think it's for the parents who don't know where to go, because I've been explained that there are 2-day-old children whose heart has been affected, and because of the donations, because of the charity, because of all of your participation, these kids are surviving, and inshallah they'll have the most beautiful life. So it's not just a little charity that you've done, it's not little good evening function with Archana's beautiful models and Shiloh's choreography. Thank you, Shiloh, for doing this. It has a much larger implication because it does change his life. So thank you very much, all of you, for doing this tonight, and please do continue to do as much as we can.
And when we share our ideas with others, we know they'll see it too and bring new perspectives, lend unique skills, and take action in the communities all around the world that we call home. When people come together, that's when real change happens. Like transforming an old bus to feed hungry children, or providing life-saving equipment to those who need it most. From fighting disease to rebuilding schools, we turn what we see into what we've done. We are people of action.
Good morning, everybody. In many ways, Rotary is in a wonderful shape. We are financially strong. Our foundation is recognized as one of the world's best charities. Our global grants continue to grow, and we become a more international focused organization every year. And we are also evolving in interesting ways. Rotary provides us opportunities to service projects that can be performed and completed by us. And these projects are meaningful and sustainable. In Rotary, we don't just donate the money. We also perform the service and see the lasting impact of that service firsthand. And that is unique. We are all here because we believe in Rotary opportunities, and opportunities for others and for ourselves. And therefore, the theme for our year is Rotary opens opportunities.
Thank you, sir. It was really wonderful, insightful, and a video which gave us a lot of knowledge with regard to People of Action movement. Thank you so much for this wonderful video. I would like to recognize the presence of PDG Rajendra Rai sir, PDG Badri sir, and other PDGs from different districts. We are also having Inavil members from different districts. A warm welcome to you all too. We have with us our leader, District Governor Rotarian Nagendra Prasad sir. Without further ado, I request DG Nagendra Prasad sir to give the inaugural address and to lead us all further in the program.
Thank you. Good evening, Ellarku Namaskara. Well, first of all, let me welcome our past district governor, Sunil K. Zakaria sir. He has been there for our 3190 a couple of times and very enthusiastic. And any message you need within seconds about Rotary, this is the only source we have. If anybody gets confused, just call to Zakaria sir. He will be there to guide you and help you and give you the proper message. Well, I see a lot of our past district governors here and all of our directors, team of Skyrockers, and I would like to, and all our Rotarians and guests. First of all, I would like to congratulate our Director, Vocational Service, PM, Dr. PM Radhakrishna. I always call him as Prime Minister because PM means Prime Minister Radhakrishna. And Chair Eskelmat. I think this is a nice program you have brought today for 3190. This is going to be one of the best programs, I would like to say. Most of us, we have confusion on this People of Action, Rotary Action Group and People of Action sometimes. So I think we are going to hear more from our guest speaker today, Sunil sir. He is going to talk about it. Friends, I would just like to, after seeing all these videos, I would like to take 2 minutes because I don't want to take more time today. Let us hear to our guests. But I would like to say this, when you're talking of People of Action, especially this year of Rotary 2021, I would like to say one of the projects which already our Zakaria sir has already circulated, the COVID hospital, which was built about 3 days or 4 days back, which was inaugurated. Friends, now this particular hospital, when we are talking of people of action, see, we were always, as three Rotarians, we always think something different, out of box, and we always think of sustainability, we think of long-term plan of action, so many things. And then, our team, we were just thinking, why not we do something different, which can be helpful at this part of time. And then we thought, why not a hospital? Then came an action, then from our Rotarians, many of our Rotarians from 3190, they started connecting each other. They started connecting to a hospital. Then they started connecting to KSRTC. This is the Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation. And they came forward to give us this lovely place in this Pinya, which is a huge place and which was not utilized by them. All these things, we have already inaugurated. It's a 300-bed hospital, 200 at now, and another 100 going to be added within a week's time. And this is mainly for the KSRTC workers and conductors and for the poor people, and also some beds reserved for the Rotarians whom we suggest or whom we recommend. This, this whole hospital was built within 10 days. I would say the building was there, no doubt about it. The infrastructure, the funding, thanks to Titan again, and thanks to Jaraman, our another director who was there, who connected. All these things could happen in, this people, because of these people of action or Rotarians in action. They were the one who stood front, and, like District Secretary Srinivas Murthy and Arun Belur, who were there on the spot for almost 10-15 days. And they saw that the whole thing was done, and every day they are monitoring. This sort of things could happen only because of the people of action. And I'm sure we have many more stories to talk about it. And friends, another story which I would like to say in another 2 minutes is, about 2 days back, I inaugurated one more hospital, a small PHC hospital in Madiwala, Bangalore. This belongs to the police, KSRP, and Karnataka State Reserve Police. And when I went there, after seeing this hospital, the chief of KSRP was so excited, and his name is Krishna Prasad. He told me, why don't you do something for KSRP? Then I said, sir, what do you require? Please let us know. We will try to do what best. They said, why don't you build a permanent hospital? We are there to give you the place. So then, friends, I had a couple of Rotarians there, and they've already started in action. Then, friends, it didn't, end that part of time. And then one more quick action was, then they said we have about 160 acres of land in south of Bangalore in Kanakpura Road, and they want to convert that as a mini forest with a yoga center and many more things, which they were planning. And the DG of that DIG of KSRP, he has told them, why don't you join with any good NGOs, and more so with Rotary if an opportunity comes up. So then they said, why not this project, sir? All these things, friends, happened within, I would say, within minutes. And one after one, some Rotarians were there, and the lead club for that, our Rotary Brigades, our president, Ashwin Kinga was there. And, everybody took so swift action. Tuesday, we are inspecting the place, and everything goes well. They've already fixed up Friday as the day for the Bhumi Puja, or tree planting itself will start on 14th. This is how these people of action, the Rotarians, who are so active, who are multifaceted, and who are so motivated. Things are happening. And one thing to share with our Sunil sir is, one more news is on the membership, sir. As on today, we are #1 in the world. This is the District 3190 is #1 in the world. We have already added 725 members as on date. And because of this Rotary.org, they have some maintenance problem. We are not able to update that. Otherwise, I think by another 1 week it will be updated. You can see that. But as on date, we have already been #1 last month itself. And I'm sure our aim is to be #1 in the world. We are trying for that. We are working, and especially on the TRF again. TRF is going strong now. Projects is going on well. We have completed almost 900 projects in 1 month. All these things are happening because of the Skyrocket presidents and the whole Skyrocket team and the Rotarians of 3190. And I'm sure a lot of good news is going to come up and you're going to hear. Thank you for this opportunity. And I thank everybody for bringing a great leader like our Sunil sir. Good to hear from him. Many more things. Thank you. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, District Governor Nagendra Prasad sir. It was a real pleasure to listen to you. Sunil Zakaria sir is not someone whom we don't know, who is very close to 3190, maybe Rotarians or Tractors, but it's always a pleasure to introduce him. And I now welcome Rotarian Shoban Babu to introduce PDG Sunil Zakaria sir.
Thank you, Srinavi. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest, PDG Rotarian Sunil Zakaria sir. Cheerleader, storyteller, Rotarian. This is how our chief guest is described on Facebook. Rotractor from the 816, Rotarian Sunil, served as a DRR and HVD chairman of All India Council of DRRs. Since 1986, Rotarian Sunil is a member of Rotary Club of Kalamassery. He has served in various committees of Rotary International. He served as the international chairman of Rotarians on the internet. He was Rotary Governor of Combined District 3200 in 1998 to 1999. Currently, he serves as the Health MGI of Rotary Foundation. He has been honored with several awards by the Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation. Rotarian Sunil edits the popular Rotary news service called eFlash Rotary, which is read by over 50,000 Rotarians from 100 countries. Rotarian Sunil is Managing Director of Futuristic Consultancies. He has served in an executive committee of All India Management Association. He is the past president of Kerala Management Association. He serves as an independent director of board of few companies. Rotarian Sunil is happily married to Asha Zakaria, also an active member of Inner Wheel Club of Kalamassery. Thank you for the opportunity to introduce you, sir. Over to our chief guest, PDG Rotarian Sunil Zakaria, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir. Looking forward for your great session. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Distinguished Governor Nagendra Prasad, he is certainly a skyrocker. 725 new members, unbelievable, during COVID times. The name Nagendra is a magical in 3190. If you have a name Nagendra, you have high chance of becoming governor of 3190. 1 out of 3 years, I think, a Nagendra becomes a governor in 3190. And there is now a queue in 3190 for some people to change their names to Nagendra. I can see a host of past governors, starting with my very dear batchmate, Madhura, Rajendra Rai, Badri Prasad, Suresh Hari, who created world record, the dazzler, Samir Hiryani. Incidentally, he is my guru. I am doing a digital course under his guidance. Ram Das, the district trainer, KP Nagesh. To all of you, my pranams. Friends, this presentation is called The Man in My Mirror, for a very special reason. See, you may remember the comic Mandrake the Magician, where they had a very interesting philosophy for the mirror. They believed that what you see in the mirror is not an image, but there is a whole world of similar looking people inside the world of mirror. Well, that was their philosophy. Many of us in Rotary kind of believe that the man in the mirror is not me. We complain that the image that we have in the public is not really what we deserve, which reminds me of the famous song of Michael Jackson. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. That immemorial, immortal song you may remember. The man in the mirror is me, we need to admit. In 2012, the Rotary International hired a company called Spiegel and Gale, and they did a worldwide survey. They went to many countries. They met a lot of people online, and people from Rotarians from 167 countries participated in the survey. And they found that at that point of time, out of 10 people, 4 had never heard of Rotary. 4 had heard the name but didn't know what it was. And 2 had some familiarity with Rotary. When I travel, I often do this test. When I reach a town, I stop and ask them, where is the nearest Rotary club? I know it's a difficult answer, but in most of the cities that I have been to, they're not able to tell me anything about Rotary. They can tell me about the nearest petrol pump. They can tell me about the nearest bar. They can tell me about the nearest medical store. But they cannot tell me about the nearest Rotary club. Except in one city, I was very pleasantly surprised. In Tirupur, when I stopped and asked this question, somebody said, yes, we have a Rotary crematorium here, we have a Rotary auditorium here. Speaks volumes for the people of action in Tirupur. I do not know the case in Bangalore. I would imagine that with so many permanent projects in Bangalore, you would be well known in Bangalore. Spiegel and Gale repeated their study in 2015. By then, we had a major campaign on, public image campaign, and the figures had gone up to the extent that we said 35% of the global respondents were unfamiliar with any Rotary program. And you know, if you look at these programs, like let's say the Rotary Youth Exchange or the Rotary Foundation, for instance, 24% only have heard of Rotary Foundation, whereas 76% have not heard of them, heard of Foundation. What is Rotary? Is a question which we need to ask, and that is the question which Spiegel and Gale also asked. There is a very interesting video by Rotary International called "What is Rotary?" and it starts with a very in a humorous way, where the TV interviewer is meeting people from the public, and the TV interviewer asks the first person. He says, "Do you know what Rotary is?" And he says, "Is it the Rotary telephone?" The second person says, "Oh, I think it's a club where old people go, have a cigar and play cards." Another person says, another lady says, "I think it is something to do with attestation." She confused it with notarization and said, "Rotarization is what these clubs do." Well, Rotarians themselves have a hard time describing Rotary. If you ask Rotarians, what is Rotary, you get answers like those 6 blind men who went to see the elephant. And this is a big challenge for us. And the study also says that we sometimes say we are a service organization, at other times we say we are a humanitarian organization. Sometimes we say we are a non-profit, at other times we say we are a network. And on YouTube we say we are the original social network. Very confusing. Look at the images or the logos of leading companies. You don't have to read. You very well know Apple, BMW, Coca-Cola. But Rotary Club is not like the Coca-Cola company. The Coca-Cola bottle looks the same everywhere in the world. The Coca-Cola tastes the same everywhere in the world. The quantity, the style of the bottle, everything looks the same. But Rotary clubs are so different from one another. If you have 4 Rotary clubs meeting in the same hotel, they are very completely different from one another. This we know. And we need to therefore understand that unless we earn full credit for our good work by using our Rotary brand, we will have stagnant membership, no enhancement of contribution, and we will never be able to reach our full potential. Therefore, we need to know that, although Rotary means different things to different people, although Rotary means different things to different clubs, the signature projects of, I don't know how many clubs you have, maybe 60 clubs or more in Bangalore, all of them would be different. In spite of all that, we need to have a common program. And that common program is what is called People of Action. That is a program where you need to talk about what is common to all of us. The Johns Hopkins University recently did a study, and they came up with a figure like 45 million volunteer hours spent by Rotary International every year. The Charity Navigator says that Rotary Foundation has the highest rating for 12 consecutive years. So the brand of Rotary is so valuable worldwide, and we need to do a campaign for this. We know we have programs like Polio Plus, where when we started, we had 350,000 cases. 99.9% we have eradicated. Look at the COVID program. Mention was made by a governor about the beautiful COVID hospital project in Bangalore. There is a similar project in Puralia. There is a plasma bank in Noida. There is a Rotary ICU in Calicut. And if you look at the kind of programs and projects we have done worldwide for COVID, I think there is no aspect which Rotary has not touched. The Rotary Foundation itself has done projects worth $20 million, 5.2 million in disaster grants, and the balance in global grants pertaining to COVID. And every corner of the world, we have been doing projects against COVID. So this kind of an organization needs a common platform, a common public image platform. And that is what the People of Action platform is all about. It is actually Rotary's public image campaign to provide simple answers and rally Rotarians around a single idea, telling and showing the world that we are people of action. This program is all about projecting brand ambassadors. And the brand ambassadors are you and me. Every Rotarian is a brand ambassador of Rotary. We are the people of action. And this campaign can inspire current and prospective members, donors and partners. And that is why it is so important. What is the People of Action campaign? It is a campaign, public image campaign. It's actually more than advertising. Sometimes we confuse ourselves because templates of advertising has been given in the People of Action program so that we have a worldwide visual identity. But it is much more than an advertisement campaign. It is about storytelling and talking about ourselves. It is about talking about what is Rotary, who are Rotarians, what is the impact we create, and how is Rotary different from other organizations. Campaign materials are now available plentifully. Please go to Brand Center in Rotary.org and you have templates for everything. Print ads, videos, outdoor ads, online ads, radio ads, scripts, social media images, style guide, and guideline for the People of Action campaign. And all we need is to step into the brand center of Rotary.org. Look at some of the advertisements that they have developed. These are 4, but actually they have 13 such templates, which can be used for advertisements in magazines, can be used for billboards, can be used for a waiting shed for all kinds of things, giving uniformity worldwide. Thereby, anywhere in the world, Rotarians will be identified as people of action. There are also some videos for TV and social media, and each of them require very little tailoring. In fact, world over, if you approach the TV stations or radio stations, they will be happy to provide some time for NGOs like Rotary. I remember that the Rotary Club of Bangalore last year had a program with, I think, Times of India, where the lead page, some space was given through a poster, a sticker, so that the activities of that club could be projected. So there are templates for videos, templates for social media things. And I think we should also take advantage of the brand ambassadors, the famous brand ambassadors in Rotary. We have had so many of them, and we should project them like this through advertisements or posters or whichever visual media, thereby reinforcing the image that Rotarians are indeed people of action. One aspect I find we lack in India is having a common uniform. We had, for instance, the floods in Kerala. Tremendous, two floods came, and the third one is in the anvil. Tremendous activities and projects by Rotary clubs, not just in Kerala, from Tamil Nadu, from Karnataka. Rotary Club of Bangalore was involved with some projects. So many other clubs. Indiranagar was involved. Pina was involved. Now, what was lacking is when we go out to do projects, we do not wear the Rotary aprons like this lady is wearing. The emblem of Rotary is simply not projected enough. And not only that, even when something is given to somebody, we do not have Rotary stickers on them. So there is this story that, one of the TV organizations gave very vibrant visuals about an NGO handing over material, and actually the bag, carry bag, which was going around and getting maximum publicity on the Tamil Nadu TVs, were that of a clothes shop. The fact of the matter was this was a Rotary project. Since we did not have a carry bag, we requested them to give a carry bag, and the PR image went to them. We need to do all kinds of things when we need to wear all kinds of things which project the Rotary image. And these are some images which will give an idea of what we can do. T-shirts, which are available in abundance very cheaply in India, a very good way of projecting Rotary's image. Yesterday, we sadly had a plane crash in Kerala, in Calicut. It was a terrible tragedy. Now, the disaster relief volunteers of the Kerala government, I was very surprised to see, was springing into action. I'm sure so many other volunteers, NGOs were also there. Today, the National Geographic and the media of the world is celebrating the way in which Keralites came out in support of the tragic victims. But the disaster response volunteers from Kerala government were all wearing a blue-colored T-shirt with their emblem on. We need to learn a lot from these organizations. Many ways to project Rotary when we do projects. Any community service project, we need to identify ourselves as people who wear the Rotary emblem. And these buttons like these which are shown here, and these buttons are today plentifully available in the country. We should have large emblems, logos of Rotary, which can easily be put on our shirts or jackets, so that we can be identified as people of action. We also need to have places where people need to see Rotary, the physical presence of a Rotary in a town. Bangalore is fortunate to have many of those permanent locations. Now, this is an interesting program by a Rotary Club in Australia, where they have a community shop where the Rotarians go and put things there, simple things like a bag of rag, and the community shop gives a window to Rotary to the community. Now look at this. Even Superman wears a uniform. And Superman has an emblem, a logo. Rotarians should identify, should understand that we need to identify ourselves as people of action. And this is a beautiful image, a comic image of the president nominee of Rotary International, Jennifer Jones, created by Ivan Burrell, my friend from Australia. We need to, in our attire, identify ourselves as Rotarians. The brand of Rotary can be on anything and everything that we do. These symbol designs can be stickers. Every club must have tens of thousands of such stickers, and we should put it on all our, wherever, in each of the handouts that we do, and whatever we do. It's a simple thing to do, but currently we do not have these emblems being displayed the way in which we should do it. Friends, that brings me to the end of this presentation. I would not be living up to my name as a storyteller if I leave without a story. So let me conclude with a story. The story is about when I was governor, we were doing this low-cost housing came to Rotary Foundation for the first time. And in our district, we were fortunate to do 325 low-cost houses. In one such place where the inauguration was going on, there was this the local MLA and the minister and the beneficiaries, plenty. One of them was giving a very touching story on how before this house which was given by Rotary, you wouldn't imagine, he says, in my house we have 8 people and one small room which is a coconut leaf thatch. And you wouldn't believe that many times in the night I had to stand up and sleep. And he was making these touching stories. And then the minister who was sitting next to me got a phone call. He has been in this meeting for 45 minutes. And he gets a phone call. He picks up the phone and tells on the phone, I will call you back. I am in a Lions Club meeting. Well, Rotarians, we have a long way, a great job to do to fructify our People of Action campaign. Godspeed and good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really an insightful seminar. We now take forward for the questionnaire. Kindly utilize the chat box in case you have any questionnaires. Taking time into consideration, we will select few questions. So we have with us past Assistant Governor Adil Rafiq from RI 3220 Sri Lanka. So the question asked is, if we want to trend any Rotary branded products, do we need to get approval from Rotary International?
A Rotary club can use the Rotary brand, but not the individual Rotarian. That's the only difference. For a Rotary club, you don't require any approval.
Thank you, sir.
Adil, good to see you, my friend.
Thank you, sir. There is another question from Dr. Nandish Hirimat. The question is, which is the most touching People of Action event in India you have experienced recently?
I think it is the plasma bank. I think the plasma bank is phenomenal. What has happened in Noida today is phenomenal. Thanks to eFlash, I have a ringside view of what is happening in Rotary throughout the country and even outside. The plasma bank of Noida is outstanding.
Thank you, sir. It was, as usual, motivational, inspirational talk, and we are ever grateful to you for your presence and support always, may it be for the Rotarians or Rotractors. Once again, thank you a lot, and we see a outpour of appreciations in the chat box to you from all the Rotarians who are here with us today. So taking into consideration that there are no more questions. I would once again like to thank you for your presence and being here with us. Thank you so much, and please do keep supporting the Rotary District 3190 throughout. The next in the agenda is we have a light entertainment program organized for you all. The lockdown might be depressing, but Rotary doesn't make it. The fellowship is always entertaining as usual. So I would like to welcome the two Rotarians who would be entertaining us today through their songs. I wish to introduce them to you all. Mr. Kalvinder Singh is a passionate singer and won many awards in school and college competitions. He is an ardent follower of Rafi Saab since childhood and specializes in singing songs of Muhammad Rafi. Finalist at Global Rafi Singing Contest of Muhammad Rafi Foundation, Kollam, Kerala, he has won the third place in Barbar Rafi Fan Club Bangalore contest. He has performed in front of Governor of Kerala, His Excellency Shri Arif Muhammad Khan. He has shared stage with rising star winners Sanjay Satish and done many live shows in Bangalore, Mumbai, Kerala, Agra, and Odisha. He has also got the invitation to visit his idol's house, that is Muhammad Rafi's house at Bandra. He was awarded by Nasreen Ji, daughter of Muhammad Rafi. Currently, he is working as an IT professional in Bangalore. So I welcome Mr. Kalvinder. Thank you for joining us. I would also like to welcome the other Rotarian who will be, a very famous Rotarian who will be entertaining us, Rotarian Narsimhan Kannan, Director, Vocational Services, Rotary Bangalore, Indiranagar. His musical journey started at the age of 4 when he sang Parda Hai on stage. He continued his musical journey through school and college, where he participated and won prizes in several musical competitions. He started singing professionally after his graduation, but had to stop due to family obligations. He had started singing again after a hiatus of 22 years and has done several stage shows in Mumbai and Bangalore. He is still an untrained but passionate singer and has interests in Western classical music. He predominantly sings Kishore Kumar songs and considers himself as his guru. So once again, welcome to you, sir. We wish to begin from you, and then we would be welcoming Kalvinder sir for the show.
Should I go first?
Yes, sir, please.
Good evening, friends. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'll be presenting two songs today. Both the songs are originally sung by Kishore Kumar. And the best part is they have been selected by Kadadevarmath ji. He is the one who has selected these songs. So the first one is a very, very peppy number. It's filmed on Rajesh Khanna. And I hope you guys all like it. Here it goes.
चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए मिलन की मस्ती भरी आंखों में हजारों सपने सुहाने लिए चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए ये मस्ती के नजारे हैं तो ऐसे में संभलना कैसा मेरी कसम जो लहराती नगरिया हो तो फिर क्यों ना चलूं मैं बहका बहका रे, मेरे जीवन में ये शामा ही है मोहब्बत वाले ज़माने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। वो आलम भी अजब होगा वो जब मेरे करीब आएगी, मेरी कसम कभी बैया छुड़ा लेगी, कभी हंस के गले से लग जाएगी, हाय मेरी बाहों में मचल जाएगी, वो सच्चे झूठे बहाने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। बहारों में नजारों में नजर डालूं तो ऐसा लागे मेरी कसम, वो नैनों में भरे काजल घूंघट खोले, खड़ी है मेरे आगे रे शर्म से बोझल, झुकी पलकों में जवानातों के फसाने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। मिलन की मस्ती भरी आंखों में हजारों सपने सुहाने लिए हो। चला जाता हूँ किसी की धुन में, धड़कते दिल के तराने लिए। ला 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 ला, हे 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 हो 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 हो, हे 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 हे, ला 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 ला।
Thank you so much. Over to you, Srinidhi.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. We just heard to the Kishore Kumar, and I feel that it is now time to listen to Rafi Saab. I welcome Kalvinder Singh, sir, to present his performance. Can you please unmute yourself, sir? Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. बहुत ही बेहतरीन पेशकश कन्नम जी की तरफ से हुई है, बड़ा मज़ा आया सुन के गाने को। तो आई एम थैंकफुल टू एस.एल. कदादेवरमथ जी जिन्होंने ये मुझे मौका दिया रोटरी में गाने के लिए, और मेरा ये पहला परफॉर्मेंस होगा रोटरी में, द फर्स्ट परफॉर्मेंस फ्रॉम माय साइड. सो आई विल बी सिंगिंग 2 songs sung by Rafi Saab. One is from Anime in Paris, title song of that, and the other one is My Jatiamla from the film Pratigya. So I'll start with Aji Aasa Mauka. So here it goes. अजी ऐसा मौका फिर कहाँ मिलेगा, हमारे जैसा दिल कहाँ मिलेगा। आओ तुमको दिखलाता हूँ पैरिस की एक रंगीला, देखो 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 देखो, I'm living in Paris.
हमारे जैसा दिल कहाँ मिलेगा। आओ तुमको दिखलाता हूँ पेरिस की एक रंगी शाम। देखो 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 an evening in Paris। देखो ये परियों की टोली, मीठी मीठी जिनकी बोली, क्या क्या दिल पर रंग जमाए, जलवों की ये आँख में चोली। देखो ये परियों की टोली, मीठी मीठी जिनकी बोली, क्या क्या दिल पर रंग जमाए, जलवों की ये आँख में चोली। आज ऐसा मौका फिर कहाँ मिलेगा, हमारे जैसा दिल कहाँ मिलेगा। आओ तुमको दिखलाता हूँ पेरिस की रंगी शाम। देखो 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 an evening in Paris। हाथों में हाथों को डाले, फिरते हैं आशिक निराले। ढूंढो यहाँ तुम भी साथी, मिल जाएंगे हुस्न वाले। हाथों में हाथों को डाले, फिरते हैं आशिक निराले। ढूंढो यहाँ तुम भी साथी, मिल जाएंगे हुस्न वाले। अजी ऐसा मौका फिर कहाँ मिलेगा, हमारे जैसा दिल कहाँ मिलेगा। आओ तुमको दिखलाता हूँ पेरिस की एक रंगी शाम। देखो 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 an evening in Paris। अपने दिल का दामन भर लो, मर जाओगे प्यार कर लो। कल का सपना किसने देखा, इन राहों से आज गुजर लो। अपने दिल का दामन भर लो, मर जाओगे प्यार कर लो। कल का सपना किसने देखा, इन राहों से आज गुजर लो। आज ऐसा मौका फिर कहाँ मिलेगा, हमारे जैसा दिल कहाँ मिलेगा। आओ तुमको दिखलाता हूँ पेरिस की एक रंगी शाम। देखो 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 an evening in Paris। आज ऐसा मौका फिर कहाँ मिलेगा, हमारे जैसा दिल कहाँ मिलेगा। आओ तुमको दिखलाता हूँ पेरिस की एक रंगी शाम। देखो 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 an evening in Paris, an evening in Paris, an evening in Paris। Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kalvinder Singh. It was really melodious. It might not be an evening in Paris, but here in Bengaluru, we are with the people of action. having a wonderful
Thank you,
time.
thank you.
It's now time to brainstorm and to listen to a few of our great leaders who are here today. Time to have a panel discussion with our moderator, Rotarian Dr. Radhakrishna sir, who will also be joined by the panelists, world-class Governor PDG, Rotarian Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh sir, Miracle Maker DG, PDG, Rotarian Suresh Hari sir, Dazzling IPDG, Rotarian Dr. Samir Haryani sir, young and ever handsome Rotarian Ram Ramdas sir, and one point connect to the government, we would say, past Lieutenant Governor, Rotarian Dr. Kiran Kumar sir. And once again, I welcome Vocational Service Director, Rotarian Dr. Radhakrishna sir, to moderate the panel discussion. Sir,
Good evening, everybody. Back to business. Let us get into this panel discussion, and we have very highly impactful panelists who are in the thick of people action. Hello?
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Okay, let me go straight into the discussion. I will have 2 questions each for the panelists, and maybe we can pick up 1 or 2 questions from the audience if it is presented in the chat box. Okay. Okay, let me start with PDG Suresh Hari sir. Sir, our Sunil Zakaria sir has given preamble for people of action. What is the meaning of that? Why it was introduced? And this was launched during 2018-19 when you were governor. So you must have heard it from the horse's mouth during International Assembly. Could you please elaborate on what, why, and how?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Radha. And quite an interesting program. And in this journey, it has been a remarkable one in the last 3 years, I can say. I remember still the institute when we were there at the International Assembly, San Diego, when my president, then our president, Barry Resin, spoke at length. I cannot use every word that he said about the people of action. But what our chief guest Sunil spoke about is in the nut and nutshell is what he meant. Or in a simple sentence, if I have to rephrase it, the Rotarians act and enforce by adopting their personal skill or talent and connect to perform acceptable solutions that give community harmony of coexistence. This is in principle the people of action. We are there in that space of connecting with the community. That is the only voluntary job we do. Either we give our connect, our resources, or our contact. All 3 in the best form is the best Rotarian, but one of that in the weakest is also equally a good Rotarian. Rotarian components are all these 3 elements. Now, when we speak about it, what Barry put forth every one of us, which kickstarted our campaign also, I can talk in the next question about what all we did in that people of action. I should appreciate Ramdas, who is here, one of the district secretary present here, who took the spearheading the leadership role in that year to promote the people of action during 18-19. And what he said was, we do so many acts, hundreds of years we have worked on Rotary in different space and parameters, but the knowledge and visibility of Rotary is absolute, very, very, very bad. And it is not that we have not promoted, we don't know how to promote ourselves, because the days are gone doing in silence. You have to talk yourself now. The days are there. It is only the crybaby that gets the milk. If you are not crying, you say the left hand doesn't know what the right hand does, is wrong. The left hand, if it does, the whole body should know what you have done. That is the principle today. Because people who do a minuscule project and talk big about it, mountain. We do mountainous project and talk minuscule about it. We need to be that space of people of action and enforce that action and talk that action. We have to talk that action. This is in the nutshell what Barry Resin promoted. Yes, sir.
Krishna sir, you are muted. I'm sorry. Can you please repeat it? We are not able to hear your voice.
You are still muted, sir. Please unmute.
Radhakrishna sir, your audio is not connected. Can you please try? If it is continuing, maybe you'll have to rejoin the meeting once. Maybe it is a technical error. I guess we are not able to hear you, sir. Probably it would be better if you can rejoin the meeting once again, and we can continue.
Today the net is having a lot of trouble. Even
Yes,
I
yes, sir.
connected my phone also for hotspot.
He has just joined back. I request Devdasan sir to give him the co-host access. Sir, can we check your audio now?
Hello, can you
Yes,
hear me
sir.
now?
Yes, sir. Loud
Okay,
and
sorry
clear.
for
Please
the
continue.
technical glitch.
Again, we lost you, sir.
Gone again, Radha. PTG Suresh Hari, you can go ahead with your other question. You know your next question. Maybe you can give us some inputs on that. Yeah. Go ahead. No problem.
Okay.
Yes.
My next question is to Rotarian Ramdas. Ramdas,
No, Radha, you're repeatedly getting muted. There's some audio issue. Either you connect through your phone. If there's an issue in your system, please connect through your phone.
I think IPDC can ask the questions to other.
Yeah, IPDG, you can go ahead with your. You can
You are
continue
the
with your
IPDG.
view.
You are IPDG.
Yeah, you're talking to me.
You are the
Okay, I
IPDG.
was talking to my IPDG, Suresh.
Your goal says
Okay, I know.
So the second question, what were the specific action points rolled out during the campaign last in the year? See, what we did was, I should put on spotlight here now our Radha Ramdas, with whom I discussed, which our Zach also spoke about it, that vest wearing. The people of Action West, at a cost of around 125 rupees, which otherwise would have costed us 250 rupees, was promoted. I remember the IPDG now used to be very, very diligently carrying it everywhere. I appreciate you, Samir. You were one of the campaigners for me that year, having it. I still have it in my car. I told them, take the washable shirt, wear it anywhere. You don't have to, even if it is a jacket or a t-shirt or anything, on top of it, wear it and do a project, any Rotary project. Plus another campaign we came was Rotary Days, which again is a People Day of Action. We said, we do multiple projects, but each project has a different capacity. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಮಾಡೋದು capacity ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಬ್ಬರು 1 ಕೋಟಿ ಲಕ್ಷ ಇರಬಹುದು. Yes, thank you, Samir, for display of that.
thank you, sir.
It's on my chair.
Thank you so
always.
much. Would like to hear from Rotarian Ramdas, who actually did this campaign in the district. Over to Ramdas.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, thanks, Radha. I think you can all hear me. It's a shame that we are interrupting. I'm interrupting PDG Suresh Hari because I still remember the day when he returned from the International Assembly in San Diego, and you couldn't see a more excited man. He was literally jumping around, and he said, Ram, I want you to handle this People of Action thing. And I said, what is that, Suresh? And he said, you tell me. So it was like, we were trying to figure it out together. But I still recall him telling me that when he landed at San Diego airport, there were, as Rotarians were coming out, there was these huge banners welcoming Rotarians from all over the world from the International Assembly. And that is when the People of Action tagline, if you will, was unfurled. Essentially, as we were trying to figure this out, I, like PDG Sunil, kind of did some reading up, read about the 35% of non-Rotarians who didn't know what Rotary was all about. But more importantly, there were 65% of Rotarian respondents, right, who could not clearly and simply articulate what Rotary stood for. And that was really the wake-up call for Rotary, and hence the People of Action campaign. So what I'd like to just say is that career coaches would tell you that you should prepare a 15, 20-second pitch. They call it the elevator speech, to tell a stranger what it is you do, right? And so as the saying goes, you only get one chance to make a good impression. And well, People of Action is the Rotarians' elevator pitch. I'm reminded of the famous Nike ad and the logo, which says, just do it, right? And a little trivia here, I'm also a little bit of a storyteller, not in the same league as PDG Sunil, but I'll try. But did you all know that the Nike ad was inspired, or the Nike tagline was inspired by a famous convicted murderer's last words before he was, executed? So anyway, look that up. I'm not making it up. Go to Google and check it out. So what I'll tell you is that PDG Suresh Hari, like everything else, was hugely aspirational. He said, Ram, I'd like every single one of our 5,000 plus Rotarians to not only wear one, but also carry a spare one in the dickies of their car. So regardless of where they go, they can pull it out and use it. Unfortunately, Suresh Hari, I couldn't deliver for you. We only managed to distribute about 1,000 of these vests, but I think it clearly made an impression. And you're right, DGE that time, Samir, sold 117 of these vests to his co-DGEs all within 24 hours. And he collected the money for it too. So, we had great plans, but to make the vest ubiquitous in its usage across the district, but we ran into severe supply chain constraints. But that in a nutshell, Radha, is what we tried to achieve, and also dovetailed with the club programs to make it popular.
Thank you, Ram. Let me now turn towards IPDG Samir. Dr. Samir, being master in reaching out to people through digital media, what do you think we should be doing? Let me have your thoughts on this.
Okay, I mean, I think PDG Sunil has covered a lot in his presentation, but like everybody before me also said, that, we never thought of Rotary as a brand. Today, it's all about branding, it's all about imaging, and you have got so many available media and so many available paraphernalia, which Rotary has invested in and prepared those templates and access to, anybody and everybody who's a member of Rotary can go to the media center and can get all that, what the templates they have access to. They can go to Vimeo and get so many videos. In fact, his entire presentation, you could see a representation, because he's the e-flash man and he flashes everything across and promotes brand Rotary. So today, we also need to promote this brand. If you see behind me, we are known as People of Action. We are the people who respond first. So the world should associate that emblem with the People of Action, with the the response team. And we are the first responders. It's been proved in the recent past as well. When the COVID-19 and the Corona pandemic hit, while everybody was scratching their head, Rotary was within 24 hours on the street in the front end and going about doing their work. And let me tell you, there's so many famous quotes which say a picture speaks 1,000 words, and you don't need to speak so much. A video speaks 1,000,000 words. So if you can actually have a picture, you can have the brand, you can have a video, you have access to so many videos. And if you can tell the world that we are the ones who are serving above self, we are the People of Action, we are on a mission to do good in the world, this emblem will be imprinted in people's brains. And tomorrow, like Ram is giving a quote as to where the Nike tagline came from, somebody in the future will be giving a quote as to where the Rotary tagline came from, because they would have associated that brand with People of Action, with service above self, with doing good in the world. So honestly, we should not hesitate from showcasing this brand in every form, because it's about brand it's about brand Rotary and what Rotary stands for. So do not hesitate. Go ahead, use it in every possible way, and you have access to it. Because let me again just slightly, I know we have to make up some time, but a lot of the data and whatever templates have been created on Rotary.org are more US specific or international specific. But India, I think, has the greatest projects to showcase and the greatest action to showcase. So in fact, if you saw the videos in the beginning by Dr. Kadadevarmath, if you saw all the projects of 3190, the neighboring districts, and the recent Choti Si Asha program, we have the best database to showcase by form of videos or by forms of photos. And talking about the people of Action West, if you saw that Suresh Hari and Ramdas, my co-DG Sheikh Salim from 3212 and all the others on that mission were wearing our vest, because that vest is taken from us in those videos. So we can promote brand Rotary practically across the globe because Rotary connects the world, and that's what we are for. Back to you, Radha.
Thank you, Dr. Samir. I think the current COVID, whatever relief work is being done, multifaceted, we should be able to pick up a lot of things and promote the people of Action.
Because in fact, Mark Maloney said, enhance the public image of Rotary through the service projects. And the last 4 months has been it's like, a bumper for us. It's a jackpot for Rotary, because we can actually showcase what we stand for in this COVID-19 and this Corona pandemic. So if you see DG Nagendra Prasad's work in the last 31 days, we have actually maximized this word and this, this response.
Thank you, Dr. Samir. Now I will turn to PDG Nagesh sir. Sir, you are a great multiplier. You are known in the world for your ability to achieve big numbers, be it in membership or in foundation contribution to foundation. How do you think this campaign of People Action can be multiplied multifold?
Yes, sir. I think we got a lot of good news from a lot of messages from Sunil Zakaria, sir. But one of his concluding story, he was mentioning that a minister attended a Rotary meeting for our place, and then telephone call has received a call. He mentioned, I'm in a Lions Club, I'll call you back. It is just like that when somebody asks a question, which is the best People of Action project. Sunil Zakaria sir addressing 3190, he mentioned Plasma Bank of Noida. Actually, I was expecting that Rotary Koti Nati project of 3190. This is how we are doing things, but we are not getting connected with people and not really reaching people. So Koti Nati is one of the best touching projects where we can move the mass. Like now the team is doing this plantation in all the railway station, railway property, defense property, police property, education institute, government colleges and hostels. These kind of projects will really connect in a big way. At the same time, just today, we played one of the cricket match. I think IFCRI started the physical match today. We are there, me and Governor were there to inaugurate. There I mentioned, why can't we conduct a big tournament of involving all the corporates? Cup, totally special Rotary Cup, Rotary Cricket Cup, corporate, something like that. So where we can get all the corporate companies to involve with Rotary, and they can play for a cricket match, win for a trophy, that Rotary Cup. That kind of connectivity. One step ahead again is to start a Rotary club. You have to go and interact with them, do's and don'ts, what is the fees, compulsory attending meetings, so many things. It is not that easy to get into Infosys or Wipro and start a Rotary club. But who is stopping us to, with the advantage of no age limit for Rotary? We can start Rotary Club of Infosys, Rotary Club of Wipro, Rotary Club of any company. Just paying with $50 sponsored by Rotary Club. There is no financial involvement. Get connect. Start a Rotary Club in all Infosys buildings and get connect. So through that again, we're going to interact with them, and we also get into the CSR fund, where we can mobilize fund for the Rotary and projects. This is how the opportunities are plenty open. Where Rotary People of Action, think big and act big and get things big. Get the result big away. This is how we have to look at mass. And another good thing, like Sunil Zakaria sir has mentioned, best is the cheap and best way to connect with public through T-shirt, which is very cheap in India. Each Rotary Club can wear a color T-shirt and go any project, any Rotary activity. We can move with the T-shirt. We can make it ourselves compulsory, declare ourselves. Each government can look into it. So many doors are open. Only thing we have to think on that direction and sell ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. The final panelist, Kiran Kumar ji, looking at the big projects that we do, and in most of these projects, I think there will be government role participation. and coordination. You are the person who has got high intense networking with government organization. What do they think about us? Do they think us as a people of action or people of fund? What is your take on this?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Well, good evening, friends. What I feel is, government of Karnataka or government of India, as you all know, even our own health minister spoke on the video. Okay, so yeah, people are aware of it, what exactly Rotary is. Most of the IAS officers, the politicians, everybody is fully aware of it, what exactly the Rotarians do all over the world. Some of them are also past protractors. This is one big vacuum which we have not, we have, like the other day when myself and DG Nagendra went and met the railway official. He himself was a he was a rotractor and is also a GSC team member. So that's more easy for us. And just now, as Flight Lieutenant Nagesh said, that we are already starting it, but unfortunately, what we are lagging in our district 3190 is that we are not informing, or we are not, informing the press and the media also. The action group, whatever that we are creating today, we have tremendous money that we are spending. Let it be Jairam, let it be anybody now. For example, we started the beautiful hospital. Okay, now tell me how many of the Rotarians are aware of it, and how many of our doctors are there in our district 3190, and they themselves are not aware. Today, in fact, I had 4 or 5 corona patients which I had to shift it for the plasma therapy. We got it done finally with one of the donor. And later I came to know he was a Rotarian himself for a long back. So what I'm making a point here is people still need to understand and, must tell openly, like Nagesh said, we must wear a t-shirt. I think let us make one impact that, whenever we are doing any project, we must wear a uniform, like, something like I wear the badge. Wherever you won't find me without a Rotary pin. So something like that everybody must make it, wear it compulsorily. So yeah, you are the Rotarian, that's what they say. Now coming to the government has got tremendous, understanding with our district right now from Karnataka, and it is just framed only to Bangalore. So my humble request to you is, a lot of our friends out of Bangalore, we must now coordinate and take it further forward. Plenty of money is available. We need to worry about BBMP. Yesterday also, I was just telling Mr. Jayaraman just now on the phone that don't post it for only for BBMP and other things. BBMP has just got 125 crores from government. So now where is that fund is going? Rotarians also are putting their own money and effort. So we should guide them and take it forward, is what I feel. And I'm sure that little bit efforts is required, and we need to make sure that whenever we are doing the project, somebody from the media, we need to connect to them and it should come. I don't mind taking it for Vijayananda Group, that is VRL, where Digvijay TV and all those things. I will make sure that every program of Rotary will be coming in their newspaper as well as in Kannada channels. Like that, somebody should take it forward, and I think we should be able to make a social impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you. I think because of the paucity of the time, we will stop the panel discussion at this point. If there is any question in the chat box, Srinidhi, you can pick one or two and ask the question. Thank you for all the panelists for wonderful insights.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
We invite questions in the chat box.
I was halfway through one particular point where I said
yes,
the
sir.
event that was conducted by Club Zero that year, we had an idea that on a particular dedicated day on a month, every club does in their community a project of a similar nature, then, see the impact that it can create around the action. It may be a small project. One of the example was in Tumkur. Rajesh Hiram said almost 5,000 people walked there. They came to know of during one of the campaign there when they were standing there about Rotary. These are the simple things we can do and still attract a lot of attention.
I think probably we'll pick up this idea and do something on this. Ramdas, you have a question.
I just want to say one thing. I'm sorry. Let's launch a People of Action campaign in Kannada. I think it's high time we did that. We need to localize it. I've checked it with some friends as to what could be a nice name for it. One of the name suggested is Kriyashila Vyaktigalu as people of action, or Karyeya Janaru. Okay, that's my suggestion. Let's do that. We have a lot of talent, and we can really make it universal if we make it in Kannada.
We can make it much more catchy.
Don't write Rotary in Kannada, because let that brand be the same. So it has to be universal. The message can be different, but Rotary has to be. See, that's why that, remember that year West, we didn't put the year or any theme logo in that. We said simple Rotary logo.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Back to Srinidhi.
Thank you, sir. We see no questions in the chat box, but there are some suggestions which are coming in, which are really worth mentioning. I hope you all can go through the suggestions which are coming in the chat box. We have some of us who are people of action here, the presidents of few clubs who have taken initiative of leading this particular seminar. And I welcome the president of Rotary Indiranagar, Rotarian Dr. Shrikant sir, to address us, to share his projects.
Good evening, friends. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, audible and looking beautiful scenery.
You're in a seashore, yeah. How can I be enjoying?
Good evening, friends. Thank you for this opportunity to share our club projects and the people of action behind these projects. We all know that Paul Harris began Rotary to foster ethical business during difficult times in the USA. Since then, Rotary has transformed itself into a powerful service organization. Rotary Bangalore Indiranagar is privileged to be associated with many initiatives that have touched lives of many in a significant way. Every new project was known for its long-term sustainability and public impact. I would like to mention a few, focusing on the role of the club and the members. Karunashraya, our flagship project, embodies the development of acquaintance as an opportunity of service. A serendipitous meeting of multiple individuals across continents has resulted in an institution that has looked after totally free over 25,000 patients of advanced and terminal cancer patients since the last 25 years. It's a force to reckon with in the palliative care area, nationally and internationally. People of action behind this project are Dr. Nagesh Simha and Gurmeet Singh Randhawa. To facilitate heart care and rehabilitation of needy patients, the club's heart care project subsidized heart surgery and cardiac rehabilitation center. The Needy Heart Foundation has over the last 13 years conducted over 3,000 surgeries of children and adults, thus saving precious lives. The project has harnessed the strength of over 10 hospitals in Bengaluru. The people of action behind this project are O.P. Khanna, Suresh Patel, and Suresh Hari. To facilitate needy, meritorious students to pursue their educational dreams, Vidyadan, our scholarships project, in association with Menda Foundation, supports over 600 students, subsidizing their fees. People of action associated with this project are Dr. Krishnan Menon, Raja Kaura, and Ranjit Gulati. Our Netradeep Eye Hospitals at Kolar and Tumkur, in collaboration with Globai Foundation and Rotary Tumkur East, has saved sight of thousands of people through the 500 plus camps conducted in the areas of avoidable blindness. People of action, Dr. Shetty and Mahesh Parekh are behind the Anganwadi project. People of action, Jagdish and Fazal embarked on this humongous project of refurbishing Anganwadis and were able to refurbish 150 Anganwadis in 3 years' time. This is an ongoing project. Lata Amashi, our bloodsucker, as we call her, over the last several years is the person of action behind the stupendous success of the blood donation program, collecting 15,000 units of blood every year, year after year. Under the able leadership of IPP Manoj, rupees 2.2 crores was raised and we touched around 6 crore lives in the COVID rehabilitation and relief program with other clubs and NGOs. With people of action from our club, Rakesh, Vijay Mane, Sanjay Dugar, Narsi, and Lata Amashi. The Bharatiya Gramina Mahila Sangha, or BGMS, gets its support for women empowerment, child welfare, and elder care due to dedicated efforts of the people of action, Ambika Narayan and Piyush Jain. Teach project is doing amazing work in the education sector under the past President Subbu, Sugunan and Philip George as the people of action who are involved in this project year after year. Our club has given 3 AKS members, Upi Khanna, Ajit Rai and Gansham Agarwal. Rotary Indranagar has given 4 district governors who are the people of action, Uday Kumar, Bhansali Saab, Badri and Suresh Hari. Our generous donors from the club, we have received constantly extreme generous monetary support from our members like Amarnath Tandon, Ashok Saraf, Chandrasekhar Vishwanath, Chandramouli, Prabhakar Botti Reddy, Venkat Reddy, to name just a few. Last but not the least, all the members of our club are people of action, and all these projects would not have been possible but for the dedication of our members. These people of action in the environment of a strong and vibrant Rotary Club have lived up to the motto of service above self. Friends, there are several noteworthy projects that are being executed under youth service, vocational service and international service avenues with several members of the club who are the people of action behind these projects. But due to time constraints, I have touched upon only a few of the projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shrikant, sir. It was crisp and wonderful. Now I welcome Rotarian Bindu Madhav, sir, President Rotary JP Nagar, to present his topics.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Cometh COVID-19, cometh the Rotarian. I would like to highlight what Rotary JP Nagar has conceived this year to address the challenges or the pain inflicted on the economy and on the community in particular by COVID-19. The pandemic has actually broken the backs of the very economy, it is with demand, the per capita demand consumption has gone down so much that individuals' buying powers have drastically reduced and people have lost jobs. And this has meant especially very bad news for the very bottom of the economy and especially the bottom of the community. So the job disruption has taken away the breadwinners for a lot of the families. And we all at the knowledge IT sector or in other areas, the job loss would have meant that, there is another job, you can actually search out another job through a portal like a Naukri or some other organized way of looking out for a job. But just think of the very bottom of the economy. Just think of the friendly neighborhood housemaid, friendly neighborhood driver, friendly neighborhood plumber. All these people, they just depend on jobs, where the search is limited to a word of mouth or someone in and around your neighborhood tells you about there is a particular opening somewhere else. Now, we said, can this change? Can the effect or can the fruits of technology or can the benefits of technology be driven down to the bottom of the economy? So we said, let's address 4 issues. One is the jobs, which is covered by the regular. We're talking of jobs at the bakery, jobs at the local nursery, preschool area, at the hospital, or at the garage mechanic, or in a manufacturing. So these kind of jobs, and then we said we also will address people who just, who have school dropouts, who are basically looking for a livelihood, who actually have lost confidence simply because they have school dropouts. We wanted to bring them back into the mainstream. That is objective number 2. And number 3 is, can we actually connect them with the skill which is provided by somebody else in the environment? And number 4 was, can counseling be also provided by those, in a sense, we said, can Rotary actually perform the role of an aggregator in terms of jobs and skills at the lower end of the economy, of the pyramid. So consequently, we have created a job portal which is called Bembala. Bembala in Kannada actually means support, basically a backbone. So we said, can we actually create a job portal which is Bembala? So there are 2 sides to the challenges. So it is Bembala, The site is hosted at bembala.rotaryjpnagar.org, and it is just been launched by thanks to our PDG Flight Lieutenant KP Nagesh during our installation on the 15th of July. It was launched, and we have received very encouraging support from our district vocational director. Now, the challenges for us are basically at two levels, as one can see, the supply side and the demand side. The supply side, we are actually talking, it's a B2B kind of a communication where we are reaching out to much of our own Rotary fraternity, where we are able to convince them. It's a very simple portal. It's a very simple portal. Jobs can be posted by employers, and based on some authentic you're able to identify yourself with a PAN number or something like that. And so the jobs can be posted by any employer, and the jobs will remain on the portal for a period of 1 month. And our challenge now is to really reach out to the demand consumers, that is the people who are looking for jobs. So it's a B2C communication, and frankly, that is where now we are actually, like our chief guest today, PDG Sunil Zakaria said, we are very deeply committed to using the digital marketing medium, simply because we do not have limitless pockets like a typical MNC or someone like a Naukri has. So we would like to reach out to the B2C environment through the digital marketing and through basically making pervasive use of the social media, and frankly will be the good Samaritan contacts of all our Rotary friends across the entire district and beyond. So this is our way to go forward, and that is Bembala for you. I would welcome each of you and encourage each of you to kindly explore Bembala. It's hosted at bembala.rotaryjpnagar.org. And one more of our project, which I would like to, Bembala's project has been a very collaborative initiative. Our mentor is past President Basuraj Haldar, and Vocational Service Director Giridhar Sharma, and our chairman is Rajesh K. And we foursome have really conceived and executed the entire portal. It's been for about 4-5 months we worked on that. Our other project for this year is we would like to bring, in the area of community service, focus on a particular disease condition amongst infants. Rotary JP Nagar for the last 3 years has been doing consistent work in the area of pediatric heart surgeries. We have an annual event, which is a fundraising event, which is called Arohana, and we do work wherein we had Pallavi, MD Pallavi, and before that we had another global fusion music concert for the last 2 years before that. So we have sponsored 10 pediatric heart surgeries the last year, and this year now we would like to focus and take our focus further into another child ailment, which is thalassemia. Thalassemia, as you know, is basically a reduced content of RBCs, the red blood corpuscles in the blood in the children between the age group of 1 to 5, which is detected pretty early, and it actually is virtually there all through life. And we find it particularly painful, not only painful physically for the children, but just imagine that the parent, imagine he's an auto driver or a cook or someone like that. The cost of a child needs one transfusion every fortnight, which translates to about, almost 24 blood transfusions in a year, which could be as much as a crippling 52,000 rupees. Now, what we have done.
Thank you, President. We were overshooting the time. Thank you.
Yeah, so these are our two important projects. Thank you.
Thank you for talking in depth about the projects of Rotary JP Nagar. I now welcome Rotarian Sridhar BR, President of Rotary Bangalore South, to present his projects. Sridhar, sir.
Yeah, I'm not.
Sridhar, you have 3 minutes, Sridhar.
No, I'll finish in 2 minutes, Radha. This is Sridhar, past president of Rotary Bangalore South. I would like to present a few projects which we have created a huge impact in the community in literacy. We have, since 10 years, we have been executing Happy Schools project. When you say Happy School project, we adopt a school which is in a very bad condition. The school which the students cannot enter. For example, this particular school, which is 3 feet below the ground level. In the rainy season, the school is shut and the students has to sit below the tree. So this school we adopted and converted into Happy School. Then going forward, the next slide. Yeah. This school, literally, you can see the classrooms are supported with the temporary pillars, and we have adopted the entire school and reconstructed. And again, one more school. Again, the rainy season, this is not fit for occupation. The students, again, they have to sit outside. We adopted this school and redid the entire school, entire campus, starting from the classrooms, assembly hall, kitchen, toilets for boys and girls, infrastructure facility, compound wall, gate, fully secured the schools. Another school, which is in Narayangatta village. Yeah, one more school in Alibomsandra. Yeah, one more school in Sompura. Again, this school has no compound wall. You know, in the morning when the students go there, the student has to literally clean the classrooms because of the public. They came in the night and litter everywhere actually. So we did the entire campus. We did the construction. This other school, very compact school in one of the village. You can see the entire campus with compound wall, fully secured with gate. Yeah, one more school in Kuguru. The other school in DK Bagilu. Yeah, this is a very compact school in one of the thickly populated area. So we just completed 2 years back. Yeah, finally we can see the happy faces from the students. They are very happy. Teachers are very happy. They are totally motivated to teach. The attendance has improved, thanks to government, of course, the Rotary Foundation and our partner SABIC. Friends, the point where I would like to stress here is the kind of impact the Rotarians created here. When the government goes to construct a school in one of the other village, they say, please bring Rotary here, because we have seen what Rotary has done over the years in our community. Because all these schools we have executed in and around Sarjapura. And as I said, if the government goes to a village to construct a classroom, they refuse it. That's the kind of impact we have created. That's the kind of brand we have created. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rotarian Sridhar sir, for your strengthening through your actions the future of India. I now welcome our District Governor-elect Rotarian Fazal Mahmood sir to give the impressions on the program. So a warm welcome to you, and the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Srinidhi. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yeah. Let me congratulate the people of action on this group. Our district governor, Nagendra Prasad, past president, Rotarian Kadadevarmath, and our vocational service director, Radha Krishna, for arranging this district seminar on people of action. Dear friends, and I'm sure that there are all the people present at this virtual platform are people of action. Every time a question lingers in our minds, why do we need to promote the public image of Rotary? Yes, it is more apt now than ever. This question has to be answered. There are a few questions which always come to our mind. What is Rotary? Who are Rotarians? How is Rotary different from other NGOs? Yes, it sounds very simple to all of us who are present on this platform and in Rotary. But dear friends, it depends on whom you ask this question. We need to tell and show the world that we are the people of action. People know Rotary as a name who are in service and at another organization. But we do not project our Rotary service projects enough to attract prospective members to convert them into Rotarians. And I would like to share that we do not make enough noise to showcase our service projects in our own community where we operate from. My dear friends, now is the time we need to tell and show to the world what Rotary does and what Rotary is capable of doing. Past District Governor Sunil Zakaria, in his keynote address, gave enough examples of how we could enhance the public image of Rotary. He shared with us the stories which explained how people have understood Rotary as. We need to be a brand ambassador of Rotary when we as leaders work together in communities. We need to inspire, my dear friends, and I'm sure we need to transform them, connect and celebrate Rotary service. We need to highlight the campaign in such a way that we should be able to motivate, as our past district governor Nagesh does, and inspire, as past district governor Suresh Hari has been doing, and connect with everyone, not only in Rotary, beyond Rotary, in the communities, as our IP district immediate past district governor Samir Haryani is. And then, of course, engage as our Dr. past President Kiran is. He connects us to the world and to the government in such a way that he gives a good public image of Rotary to the world beyond Rotary. Dear friends, this could also promote and attract sponsors, donors, partners, and people to support us. We need to show that we are the people of action. And I think we can and we need to promote and encourage Rotarians to display the Rotary brandings, as has been echoed by all our speakers this evening, and on our apparels, on our vehicles, at our own offices, and brand the Rotary service projects. We need to observe one day every month as Rotary's People of Action Day in all our communities by doing a common service project, as our past district governor Suresh Hari said. I think we remember he started it during the year, and I'm sure we will be doing it in the years to come. We need to blow our own trumpet, my dear friends, loud and clear, that Rotary is the place where you got to be. We at Rotary are people of action, whom you could trust. We got to give this trust in people with your last penny. We are the ones who think beyond ourselves. Let us show we can do better with your support. And I'm sure I would request both Dr. Kadadevarmath and Radhakrishna to take this to every club and see that we have many more people of action in Rotary, so that we can get a lot of people into Rotary to be more people of action. With this, I would say thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts this evening. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support throughout. May it be National Immunization Day or Gift a Mask, or maybe Corona Warriors or Wall of Fame of the previous years, Rotractors have always stood hand in hand with the Rotarians and shown that they too are people of action. And every seminar or every wonderful program has to come to an end. And I now welcome IPP Rotarian Amar Chetan sir to present the vote of thanks.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. Ellargu namaskara. All good things have to come to an end, and this thought-provoking district seminar and panel discussion also has come to an end, and I am here to deliver the vote of thanks. At the outset, I thank the District Governor Rotarian Nagendra Prasad for delivering the inaugural address and for giving an insight clearly. I also thank Rotarian Bhagyalakshmi Nagaraj for the melodious invocation, and I thank Rotarian Dr. Kadadevarmath for explaining what the people of action under the vocational services under the district, and the excellent PPT presentation. And I also thank the keynote speaker, today's keynote speaker, PDG Sunil Zakaria, for the wonderful speech, and it was really inspiring and meaningful, and gave a lot of insight for the public image. I thank the panelists, starting with PDG Flight Lieutenant Kepin Nagesh, PDG Rotarian Suresh Hari, my DG Rotarian Dr. Samir Haryani, District Secretary Rotarian Ramdas, the Director International Service Rotarian Kiran Kumar for taking part in this panel discussion and giving valuable inputs. And I also thank Kadadevarmath and Radhakrishna for making this event happen. And I thank Rotractor Srinidhi for being the MC and making this program run smoothly. And also, without forgetting the entertainment program by both Narsi and Kulwinder Singh. I special thanks to Rotarian Fazal Mahmood for his impression about this district seminar, which is very highly encouraging. And also thank Dr. Radhakrishna for moderating this panel discussion. Thank the guests, Rotarians from other districts, PDGs from our district and other district, Rotarians, Rotractors of various districts for attending this seminar. And I fail in my duty if I don't thank the event partners, Rotary Club of Bangalore, Indiranagar, JP Nagar, and Bangalore South, who have been making this program a big success. Finally, one and all to all directly and indirectly contributed. Thank you. Have a great weekend and good night.
Thanks are also due to host Rotarian Devadasan.
Yeah, Devadas Kilapat for being the host. Thank you. I missed it. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Amar
And
Chetan.
Amar Chetan, district road tractors also events partner, one of the event partners.
District road tractor. Okay, fine. I thank them, all the district road tractors. Yeah. I thank the district road tractors for.
Representative Rajvanshi.
Yeah, Rajavanshi. Okay.
Thank you, Amar Chetan.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Yeah.
Let's show that we are people of action. Let us show what we are capable of, and let the Rotary shine throughout, opening its opportunity and paving way for the upcoming year and many years to come. 115 years gone by and many more years to come, we can show that we are those people who work for service above self. So once again, thank you all for this wonderful evening. Thank you for your patience and time which you have spent with us. Thank you.
Yeah, good night.